Are you reaching for the same drink every single day without realizing it could be slowly undermining your health in ways that won't show up until it's almost too late? If you're over 60, there's probably one beverage sitting in your kitchen right now that millions of seniors consume daily, thinking it's harmless or even beneficial. But here's what doctors are finally starting to tell us. This innocent-looking drink is quietly working against your body in 6 different ways, and the damage builds up so gradually that most people never connect the dots. Today, we're going to talk about fruit juice. And before you roll your eyes or think this doesn't apply to you, hear me out. We're not talking about the occasional glass of orange juice with breakfast. We're talking about that daily habit, that go-to drink you reach for because it feels healthier than soda, because it's got vitamins, because you've been drinking it for years without any obvious problems. The truth is, those problems are happening. They're just happening slowly and silently. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this seemingly innocent drink is more dangerous for seniors than most people realize, and more importantly, you'll know what to do about it. This isn't about taking away something you enjoy, it's about giving you the information you need to make choices that actually support your health instead of sabotaging it. The 6 ways fruit juice is working against your body might surprise you, and the solutions are easier than you think. The first way fruit juice is quietly damaging your health is through blood sugar chaos that your body is struggling to manage every single day. When you drink fruit juice, even the pure, no sugar added kind, you're flooding your system with concentrated fructose and glucose without any of the fiber that would normally slow down absorption. Your blood sugar spikes fast and hard, forcing your pancreas to work overtime to produce enough insulin to bring those levels back down. This might not seem like a big deal if you're not diabetic, but here's what's really happening inside your body. Every time your blood sugar rockets up and then crashes down, you're creating inflammation in your blood vessels. Your heart has to work harder to pump blood through these inflamed pathways. Your energy levels become unpredictable, and over time, your cells become less responsive to insulin, which is the first step toward developing type 2 diabetes. The scary part is how gradual this process is. You don't feel the damage happening day by day. You might notice you're more tired in the afternoons, or you feel shaky between meals, or you're craving sweets more often. But you probably don't connect these symptoms to that glass of apple juice you had with lunch. Your body is essentially riding an invisible roller coaster multiple times a day, and the wear and tear adds up faster as we age. Dorothy, who's 73, drank 2 glasses of cranberry juice every day for what she thought were the antioxidants. She couldn't understand why her energy was so unpredictable, and why she felt anxious and jittery at random times. When her doctor suggested she track her blood sugar, they discovered it was spiking to nearly diabetic levels after each glass of juice. Within 2 weeks of switching to water with fresh cranberries, her energy stabilized and those uncomfortable symptoms disappeared completely. The second way fruit juice is working against you is by contributing to weight gain in the most stubborn places, especially around your midsection. Liquid calories are particularly sneaky because they don't trigger the same fullness signals that solid food does. You can drink 300 calories of orange juice in under a minute and feel just as hungry as you did before. But those calories still count, and your body has to do something with all that extra energy. When you consume fructose in large amounts, which is exactly what happens with fruit juice, your liver converts much of it directly into fat. This isn't the kind of fat that sits harmlessly under your skin. This is visceral fat, the dangerous kind that wraps around your organs and increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and other serious health problems. The worst part is that visceral fat is incredibly difficult to lose, especially as we get older and our metabolism naturally slows down. You might think you're making a healthy choice by choosing juice over soda, but the calorie difference is often minimal. A 12-ounce glass of apple juice has about the same calories as a can of Coca-Cola. The sugar content is comparable too, just packaged differently. Your liver doesn't care whether the fructose came from apples or corn syrup, it processes it the same way. Richard, a 68-year-old retiree, couldn't figure out why he was gaining weight around his middle, despite eating what he thought was a healthy diet. He was having a large glass of mixed fruit juice with breakfast and another with dinner, thinking the vitamins were good for him. When he eliminated those 2 glasses and replaced them with water and herbal tea, he lost 12 pounds in 3 months without changing anything else about his eating habits. His doctor was amazed at how quickly his waist measurement decreased. The third way fruit juice is harming your health is by creating havoc in your digestive system and disrupting the delicate balance of bacteria that keep your gut healthy. Your digestive tract is home to trillions of beneficial bacteria that help process food, support your immune system, and even influence your mood. These good bacteria thrive on fiber and complex nutrients, but they struggle when they're constantly dealing with surges of concentrated sugar. When you drink fruit juice regularly, you're essentially feeding the wrong kinds of bacteria in your gut. Harmful bacteria and yeast love simple sugars, and when they get too much of what they want, they multiply rapidly and crowd out the beneficial microorganisms your body needs. This imbalance can lead to bloating, irregular bowel movements, increased inflammation throughout your body, and even a weakened immune system. The concentrated nature of fruit juice also means you're missing out on all the fiber that would normally come with eating whole fruit. Fiber isn't just important for regularity, it's food for your good gut bacteria. Without enough fiber, these beneficial organisms can't thrive, leaving you more vulnerable to digestive issues and other health problems that seem completely unrelated to what you're drinking. Many seniors notice that their digestion isn't what it used to be, but they rarely consider that their daily juice habit might be part of the problem. The gut-brain connection is real, and when your digestive system is out of balance, it can affect everything from your energy levels to your mental clarity to your ability to fight off infections. Martha, who's 71, had been dealing with uncomfortable bloating and unpredictable digestive issues for months. She was drinking a large glass of prune juice every morning, thinking it would help with regularity, plus orange juice with lunch. When she switched to eating a few whole prunes in the morning and having water with lemon instead of the juice, her digestive problems improved dramatically within just 2 weeks. She realized she'd been creating the very problems she was trying to solve. If you're finding this eye-opening, comment balance below to let me know you're learning something new. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that now and hit the notification bell. This kind of practical health information can make a real difference in how you feel every day, and I want to make sure you don't miss future videos that could help you. The fourth way fruit juice is quietly undermining your health is by accelerating dental problems that become much more serious as we age. The combination of natural sugars and acids in fruit juice creates the perfect environment for tooth decay and enamel erosion. Every sip bathes your teeth in these harmful substances, and if you're sipping juice slowly throughout the day or having multiple glasses, you're essentially attacking your teeth repeatedly. As we get older, our teeth become more vulnerable to damage. Enamel doesn't regenerate, so every bit of erosion is permanent. Saliva production often decreases with age, which means your mouth's natural cleaning and neutralizing system isn't working as effectively as it used to. When you add regular fruit juice consumption to this equation, you're significantly increasing your risk of cavities, gum disease, and tooth loss. The acidity in fruit juice is particularly problematic. Citrus juices, cranberry juice, and even apple juice are acidic enough to soften tooth enamel temporarily. If you brush your teeth right after drinking juice, you can actually brush away some of that softened enamel. The damage accumulates over months and years, often without any obvious symptoms until the problems are advanced. Dental health is directly connected to overall health, especially for seniors. Gum disease increases inflammation throughout your body and has been linked to heart disease, diabetes, and other serious conditions. Tooth loss affects nutrition because it becomes harder to eat a variety of healthy foods. What seems like a simple beverage choice can have far-reaching consequences for your quality of life. George, who's 65, prided himself on taking good care of his teeth, but he couldn't understand why he was suddenly getting cavities after decades without any dental problems. He was drinking grapefruit juice every morning and often had apple juice in the afternoon. His dentist suggested he eliminate the juice for a month and see what happened. Not only did his next checkup show improvement in his gum health, but he also stopped experiencing the tooth sensitivity that had been bothering him for months. The fifth way fruit juice is working against your health is by interfering with medications in ways that can be genuinely dangerous, especially grapefruit juice, which interacts with over 85 different medications. If you're taking blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering drugs, blood thinners, or many other common prescriptions, grapefruit juice can either make these medications too powerful or prevent them from working effectively. The compounds in grapefruit juice block specific enzymes in your liver that are responsible for breaking down medications. When these enzymes can't do their job properly, medication levels in your blood can become dangerously high or remain active much longer than intended. This can lead to serious side effects, including irregular heartbeat, muscle breakdown, kidney damage, or dangerous drops in blood pressure. Other fruit juices can also affect medication absorption and effectiveness, though usually not as dramatically as grapefruit juice. The high acid content can interfere with how certain medications dissolve and absorb in your stomach. The sugar content can affect blood levels of diabetes medications. Even the timing of when you drink juice relative to taking your medications can make a difference. The frustrating part is that many people don't know about these interactions because they seem so unlikely. You might think you're making a healthy choice by having juice with breakfast, not realizing you're undermining the effectiveness of the medications you depend on to stay healthy. Healthcare providers don't always think to ask about juice consumption when they're prescribing medications or trying to figure out why a medication isn't working as expected. Eleanor, who's 78, was having trouble controlling her blood pressure despite taking her medication exactly as prescribed. Her doctor kept adjusting her dosage, but nothing seemed to work consistently. During a routine appointment, she mentioned that she always had a glass of grapefruit juice with her morning pills because she thought the vitamin C was good for her. Once she switched to taking her medication with water and eliminated the grapefruit juice, her blood pressure stabilized within 2 weeks. The sixth and most subtle way fruit juice is damaging your health is by disrupting your sleep patterns and contributing to that tired but wired feeling that many seniors experience. The blood sugar spikes and crashes we talked about earlier don't just affect your daytime energy, they also interfere with your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. When your blood sugar drops during the night, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to bring it back up, and these hormones can wake you up or prevent you from reaching the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. If you're having juice with dinner or in the evening, you're setting yourself up for a night of disrupted sleep. Even morning juice can affect your sleep 12 to 14 hours later because of how it influences your body's overall stress response and inflammation levels. Chronic sleep disruption accelerates aging, weakens your immune system, affects your memory and cognitive function, and increases your risk of depression and anxiety. Poor sleep also makes you more likely to crave sugary foods and drinks the next day, creating a vicious cycle. You feel tired, so you reach for something sweet for energy, which disrupts your sleep further, which makes you more tired the next day. Many seniors get trapped in this pattern without realizing that their beverage choices are part of the problem. Quality sleep becomes even more important as we age because it's when your body repairs and regenerates cells, consolidates memories, and clears waste products from your brain. When fruit juice interferes with this crucial recovery time, it's affecting every aspect of your health and well-being in ways that might not be obvious during the day. Harold, who's 74, had been waking up multiple times every night for months. He felt exhausted during the day, but couldn't figure out why his sleep was so restless. He was having a glass of apple juice with dinner because he enjoyed the taste and thought it was healthier than dessert. When he eliminated the evening juice and had his last bit of food or drink at least 3 hours before bedtime, his sleep quality improved dramatically. He started waking up feeling refreshed instead of tired, and his daytime energy returned to levels he hadn't experienced in years. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Does this mean you can never have fruit juice again? Absolutely not. This is about understanding the difference between occasional enjoyment and daily habits that add up over time. If you love orange juice with Sunday brunch, or enjoy cranberry juice at holiday meals, that's completely different from having multiple glasses every single day. The key is being intentional about your choices instead of drinking juice out of habit or because you think it's automatically healthy. When you do choose to have juice, you can minimize the damage by diluting it with water, having it with a meal that contains protein and fiber, or limiting yourself to small portions. Fresh fruit gives you many of the same vitamins and antioxidants with fiber that slows sugar absorption and keeps you feeling satisfied longer. Water should be your primary beverage, but that doesn't mean it has to be boring. Herbal teas, water infused with fresh fruit slices, sparkling water with a splash of real fruit juice for flavor, these options give you variety without the concentrated sugar load. Your taste buds will adjust more quickly than you expect, and you might be surprised by how much better you feel when you're not riding the blood sugar roller coaster every day. If you've been drinking fruit juice daily for years, don't try to quit cold turkey if that feels overwhelming. Reduce the amount gradually, dilute it more and more over time, or replace 1 glass per day with a healthier alternative until you've transitioned completely. The goal is sustainable change that improves your health without making you feel deprived or restricted. Comment "transition" below if you're ready to make some changes to how you think about fruit juice. And please subscribe and ring that notification bell if you want more honest, practical health advice that can genuinely improve how you feel every day. As we wrap up, remember that the small daily choices you make have enormous power over how you age and how you feel. Fruit juice might seem innocent, but when you understand how it's affecting your blood sugar, your weight, your digestion, your teeth, your medications, and your sleep, it becomes clear that this daily habit is working against the health and vitality you're trying to maintain. This isn't about perfection or never enjoying anything sweet again. It's about making informed decisions based on what actually serves your body rather than what marketing messages or outdated advice might suggest. You deserve to feel energetic, sleep well, maintain a healthy weight, and age with confidence. Sometimes that means questioning habits that seem harmless but are quietly undermining your well-being. Your health is worth more than any beverage, and you have the power to make choices that support your best possible future. Thanks for taking the time to learn something new today. I'd love to hear about your experience with fruit juice or any changes you're thinking about making. Leave a comment below, share this with someone who might benefit, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue exploring ways to live better and feel stronger as we age.